Hello everybody, today I'm going to be doing the first of my mini book reviews, reviewing books that I've read over the past few years that I picked up randomly from this jar. Today I picked out Paper Towns by John Green. In this video as well, I'm also going to be discussing the movie adaptation of Paper Towns. This video will include spoilers as well, so if you haven't read the book or watched the film, then you may want to avoid watching the rest of this video. This book is about a guy called Quentin who is obsessed with his neighbour Margot, and they've been neighbours for basically their whole lives throughout childhood. They ended up spending one night together basically committing acts of revenge. Then the next day Margot disappears, and the book is basically them following a bunch of clues that she's apparently left with them, and then Quentin and his group of friends go on a road trip to try and find her. I read this book last year, and when I was writing my notes for this review I went to check my Goodreads review of it. I was kind of surprised to see that I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. Considering thinking about it now, I'd probably give it 4.5 out of 5 stars. First of all, I love John Green's writing style, so that's already a positive for me. I really like the characters in this book as well. You end up rooting for them all in different ways, and all have their own motives that you can understand and recognise as well. I quite liked the layout of the book as well, so the first half is just them finding the clues in order to find Margot, and then the second half of the book is them being on the road trip. And honestly, I think the road trip portion was my favourite part of the book. The clue finding in the beginning was starting to get a bit they were dithering about a bit, and the book in general really deconstructs the idea of the manic pixie dream girl, because you do come to realise that Quentin is more in love with the idea of Margot rather than the person herself. And one of my favourite quotes is from this book, and it kind of sums up the whole message of the book and the lesson. And the quote is, "What a treacherous thing to believe that a person is more than a person." And Quentin does kind of come to realise that lesson towards the end of the book when they do find Margot. I watched the movie last year as well when it came out, pretty soon after I finished reading the book as well, and I did really like the movie. I did think it was a good adaptation. It wasn't completely true to the book, but I think what they left out was necessary. What they mainly left out was the first part of the book when they were kind of following and working out all the clues that Margot left them, which to be honest I'm kind of glad they left out, because I think that part that would have been kind of slow and maybe a bit boring, to be honest. I think there was good acting and good casting, so Cara Delevingne did really well as Margot, as well as all the other actors. The film and the book as well is actually pretty funny as well. There's there is quite a lot of humour, particularly the banter between the 3 main male characters. The ending of both the book and the film is slightly frustrating in the fact that Quentin still hasn't completely learnt the lesson of not to fall in love with the idea of a person, and rather that Margot is an actual human being and she's just not this ethereal goddess that you thought that she was. But yeah, it doesn't feel like there's a lot of development with Quentin in the end. But anyway, overall, as I said, I really like this book and I really like the film as well. If you've read the book and seen the film, either or, let me know in the comments what you thought of it. So I hope you have a great day, happy reader, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye!